and welcome to Active Clean and Green, your weekly update on what's new, now, and next in sustainable living. Brought to you by the acgforme.com website. With the cost of everything increasing these days, are you wondering if you can afford to go solar? Turns out lots of Americans are making the switch to solar, and the demographics on just who's making that switch might surprise you. Residential solar installations grew by 34% in 2021, according to the U.S. Energy Information Administration, and while the majority may have been middle-aged, white, and having income of over $100,000, one-third of solar power adopters were in the $50,000 to $100,000 range. Thanks to the Biden administration's Inflation Reduction Act, homeowners can take advantage of a 30% solar tax credit. And that's good news since the average installation cost ranges between $16,000 to over $23,000 even after applying the tax credits. Disadvantaged communities are also beginning to enjoy the benefits of solar, with installations for homes in this community growing to 11% in 2021. Learn more about the adoption of rooftop solar in America. Just visit acgforme.com, click on the Your Abode icon, and select Live Modern News. When we hear the word reparations, we tend to think of African Americans asking for repayment for the historical negative impact slavery had on the community that resonates to this day. That word is now being used in a global context and will figure prominently at the United Nations COP27 conference being held in Egypt. Countries in the Southern Hemisphere that have had the least impact on contributing to climate change have for years suffered the worst effects of it, and they want the biggest climate polluting nations to pay up. Global South countries such as Pakistan are suffering the worst effects of climate change, even though they contribute only a small percentage of the damage that's creating the phenomenon. For Pakistan, which suffered a 3-month-long heat wave, followed by superstorms that flooded one-third of the country, the nation is now facing a $40 billion economic hit that it can't absorb. COP27 will be a litmus test as to whether or not the major climate change contributors are willing to consider making loss and damage payments to countries that can no longer afford the costs of recovery. Want to know more about the brewing showdown on climate reparations? Go to acgforme.com, click on the Our World icon, and select What's New in Green. As an EV owner, I know firsthand what it's like to get up and rush to the closest charger at 5 a.m. only to watch another driver pull into that charger space just as you arrive. Not fun. Single-family homeowners can easily install a home charger. But if you live in an apartment or condo, like me, that may not be an option that's available to you. Fortunately, California is also looking at ways to solve the growing EV charging challenges, particularly for apartment and condo owners. Southern California Edison, a private utility serving millions of the state's residents, now has a program to help with the cost of converting to EV charging in multifamily housing. Want to know more about Southern California Edison's EV Assistance Program? Get more information on acgforme.com. Just click on the Ecotech icon and select EV Spotlight. That's it for this week's edition of Active, Clean, and Green. Be sure to visit acgforme.com for more news and information on the environment, sustainable living, and how climate change is affecting you. If you made it this far, please like us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.